Welcome, everybody. This is Wendy with Cannin, Plannin, and we are going to be doing something today that I have not ever formally done, and that is a planner review. I am getting ready to start some new fun, exciting things for my VI planner group, and I am going to take a look today at my business planner. And so I thought it would be fun for you to come and join me as we take a look at your year, your way, a planner review. In this planner review, we're going to talk about what worked, what didn't work, and what I have planned for the future, and how you can do your own planner review in your planner. And I kind of want to walk through what I'm using in my planner, what's working for me, what isn't working for me, and what changes I'm going to be making in the new year. And you guys are going to go along with me. So what we're going to start with first is we're going to actually take a look at my planner. What's currently in my business planner? I use an extra large Tula 12 planner. Tula 12 planners are not a bullet journal. They are a traveler's journal style notebook, which means that you have the ability to change out the inserts on the inside of it. I use the extra large. It's 7 by 9 3/4. I love this size for my business planner. It mainly stays on my desk. But there are lots of different planners that I use. I currently have a personal planner, which has the things that I take when I'm out and about with me. I have a financial planner. I have a book planner. And I also have like a recipe book. So those are the main things that I normally use planners for. But this is the one, as I am a work from home mom, this is the one that I'm normally in as I run a business, my own personal business. I have a membership group, and then I also have a team. So we're going to take a look at this particular one. I'm just going to show you what's in my planner as we go along. So in here, you're going to find the things that I normally have are stickers. I have some things for my membership group, content planning, and we're going to use this piece of paper, so I stuck it in here. The first insert I have in here is a month with notes, which is a great way to just do basic planning and tracking for your team. The next thing I have is goals and habits, probably my most used insert. The next thing I have is and I don't want to share all my customers' information, so let me change this page just a second. I have a teacher gradebook, which I use for follow-up. I also have a workshop notes insert. Let me take this off so that you guys can kind of see all the things on the bottom. Workshop notes insert. I have a customer contact insert. Then you're going to see I have my plans and journaling. Of course, this one changes every single month, but in here, the most used parts of this insert are first the calendar at the beginning, which I use for content planning. And then I do my weekly planning in here. So there's lots of notes, plans, things of that nature. I also use the tracker to track how many customer contacts I make throughout the week, month, year, etc. Not doing fantastic on that. That's mainly what I use this particular insert for. I also have a school planner in the back here that I have used for Instagram planning. Okay. So that is the current setup that I'm working with right now. So I want to talk about what worked. And in talking about what works, I want to briefly answer some questions. So what inserts did I use the most? And I'm going to make a list here off to the side. What worked? And we're going to get to this question in a minute, but what didn't work? And you can do this with any planner that you are currently using. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what inserts did I use the most? Obviously, I used the monthly calendar at the beginning because that's how I do my team tracking and my sales tracking for the month. So that one is definitely something that I used a lot. You can see in here, I decorate it. I use it every single month. I track the things, people that are qualified, new heroes that are specific to me, events that I have going on throughout the month, leaders, rank qualifications, current rank, and then my own personal sales throughout the month. This is definitely something that I use every single day. It's something that I track currently. Okay. The next one that I use all the time is my goals and habits tracker. It is another one that I check in with every single day. I track my goals at the beginning. I do monthly or weekly reviews and then daily tracking to see, making sure that I'm getting those things accomplished that I want to get accomplished. The next thing that you're going to find in here that I use all the time is my teacher grade book. And that is my follow-up. So I check in with my follow-up and I'm able to work through those different things. I don't usually use my workshop notes insert. Let me take this off again so you guys can see. I don't typically use my workshop notes all the time. And my customer contact, I'm not currently using, but I want to be using in the future for something that I have planned. So I'm going to leave this right here. So right now, I'm not going to write these down as what works because that's not something that I'm currently using. Okay, I didn't use the whole lot. The next is obviously the planning and journaling insert. There's a couple of variations that I can make in it to make it work better for me. But overall, these are the 4 inserts that I had working for me all the time. So one of the other questions that you can ask is, what goals did you achieve that felt supported by your planner? Obviously, the things that I'm going to be using the most that I felt I achieved very well was using my goals and habits tracker. This has helped me to be able to stay on course with the things that I want to do for my goals because I'm looking at those on a daily basis. Obviously, the other thing that's worked really well for me is my planning and journaling insert, mainly because I do use this particularly for content planning, which coincides with that goals and habits tracker. And then the weekly planning, I obviously use this a whole lot. So this has all helped me to be able to feel like I've accomplished a lot of different things. All right, so now I want to talk about what didn't work or what I'm not using on an everyday basis. And I've kind of talked about that a little bit. So the first one that I'm not using a lot is the workshop notes, mainly because although I do run workshops once a quarter, I don't typically need an insert to be able to do this. I have found that I use it when I run vendor events because it's very easy for me to get some basic information written down and be able to track things that way. So as you're going through this review, you're going to be thinking about what inserts did you rarely use. So again, the workshop notes. I'm going to write over here customer contact, and that's mainly because I didn't use it in the way that I had originally intended to use it. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to make that change in the future and do something specific with it, but that's what I originally wrote it down for. And then the last one that I'm not currently using a whole lot is the school planner. So I have 3 inserts in here that I'm not currently using. And these answer this question: did your planner feel cluttered and overwhelming? Not that felt cluttered or overwhelming, but I felt like they were just taking up space that I could have been using for other things. It allowed me to be able to set aside some ideas, right? So I don't particularly need these specific inserts in here in order to feel productive into the new year. So now we're going to go on to planner changes for 2025. So what am I going to do moving into the new year to better support the goals that I have going on for 2025? What are your top focus areas for the new year? Well, I'm definitely going to need a calendar again because this is something that I use every single month to track my team, my own personal sales, and those kinds of things. That's important. Those are things that I need to be able to have on hand so that I can help my customers and be able to work through that. The next thing I'm definitely going to be wanting and needing to focus on are my continued goals and habits tracker. Now, I do the 12-week year planning. So this is a great way for me to be able to continue to track my 12 weeks, right? Those 12-week, not 12 year. Holy goodness. 12-week planning. That's how I do my goals. I utilize the goals and habits tracker to be able to continue to use that. Now, I will and continue to do follow-up. I have added some electronic elements into this as well because I use Aweber and Trello to help me with this. But I definitely think that this is a good way to continue to have that quick reference without having to search. If I'm gone anywhere, I have all of that information in my planner that I can track. Some other things that I want to continue to do in the new year is content planning. Obviously, that's something that I'm going to be doing for my business. And so I'm going to need that. I'm also going to be needing weekly planning. This is where I write all of my to-do lists and notes and things like that that I keep track of. Something that I use and I shared with you guys briefly is the customer contact tracker. Along with doing this kind of planning, I want to utilize this in a different way. One, I like to continue to track this, but I'm thinking about doing a bit of a challenge, more about me getting in more contact with my customers, team, etc. And so I want to take this customer contact that I had here and I want to reutilize it for one-on-one conversations going into the new year. And I really think that this will be able to help me with that, mainly because I am currently doing a revamp of my VIP group. I'm cleaning out people that don't want to be there. I'm trying to serve those people that are there in a better way. And so I think that this can continue to help me with better one-on-one conversations. The other thing that I do on a weekly basis is I have what's called a WAM meeting with my team. And in this WAM meeting, I like to write notes of what they're working on. I currently don't have a place for that in my planner, and therefore I end up with these stacks and sticky notes and things that are not really serving me purpose, and these can be lost. So I need something that's going to be more beneficial. So I need somewhere to keep notes for my team. All right. So all of this being said, I'm going to cross this out and I'm going to put sales and team tracking, because that's really what we're talking about for goals going into the new year. Okay. So now we want to take, what inserts can you add to support this? Well, obviously this is going to be my calendar, and I want to continue to use the month with notes because that one works the best for this particular thing for me. 12-year planning, or 12, why do I keep saying year? 12-week planning, I'm going to be using the goals and habits tracker. This is a great way to be able to continue to stay on track with those that I'm working on. Follow-up, I'm going to be using a teacher grade book. I think this would be super helpful to continue to use for that. The content planning, weekly planning, and the one-on-one conversations, I think a lot of this can happen in P&J because I can use that insert for that purpose. But I also want to get a new version of my customer contact, a fresh one that I can start all over again and be able to use moving forward with what I'm looking on doing. And then WAM notes and team, I just want to get some notes inserts. And I think that this will be beneficial because what I like to do with them is track when was the last time I had a conversation with them during WAM, what were they working on? And I can easily go back and reference that if I have a notes insert. So moving into the new year, it looks like there's a couple of things that I'm going to want to grab in order to make this happen. So first of all, I'm going to grab a highlighter. I'm going to need to get a new calendar, right? Because the new year is upon us. So I'm going to want a new calendar. My goals and habits tracker will be ending soon. So I'm going to want to get a new one of those. My teacher gradebook, I have a lot of life left in, so I don't need to worry about that quite yet. P&J is something that I replace on a monthly basis, but I need to get a new customer contact, and I'm going to want to grab a notes insert. Some other things that I might want to grab is mini tabs, and mainly because I like the smaller version of the tabs to be able to keep me up to date. And then I'm also going to want to grab some monthly stickers because I like to decorate my planner. So these are all things that I'm going to be thinking about moving into the new year, how I can incorporate these different techniques and things into what I want to accomplish moving into the new year. And you can do this very much yourself with your own planner system. Go ahead and grab these questions. What worked? What didn't work? And what changes do I want to make in 2025? When you take time to do a planner review, you're going to build a planner that's going to work for you. It's going to be something specific to who you are, what you are focusing on, and what you want to accomplish in the new year. And definitely what I want you guys to think about when you're doing your planner review is how that planner is serving you, the goals that you want to reach in the new year, and what kind of inserts and things are you going to need in order to make that happen. I can't wait to hear about your own planner review. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, friends.